Welcome back to my channel. It's another beautiful day for another beautiful recipe. So today I teach you how to make your own homemade canned or thin tomato. All you need is just two ingredients. So sit back, let's do this together. First thing first, what you need is your fresh tomato. Emphasis on fresh and very fresh. So you're going to get your tomato, wash it properly, and you're going to cut your tomato into two. Some people cut into four, some people cut into two. What you're trying to do is you're trying to de-seed this tomato. You're trying to take out the seed. And I've realized that the easiest method is just to take a teaspoon and just scoop out the inside of this tomato. Just scoop out the inside, and you set that aside because you still need some of the liquid from it. And you see it's done, but my dear, this took a lot of time. Well, back to it. This is also optional. It depends on how, if you want it to cook fast. Because I want it to cook fast, I'm going to just cut this. I'm just going to dice this tomato. So how are you doing? How is work? How is everything? And how is the weather? Yes, for those of us here in Abuja, the weather is hot. When I mean hot, H-O-T, hot. As you can see, I'm done doing that, and you can see everything is really fine. I made sure that there is no seed in this tomato. Next thing you're going to do, you're going to transfer this into a pot. Emphasis on big pots, because I actually made a mistake here. I brought out a small pot thinking that it would do, and this is the liquid from the seed I removed. So this is just the liquid. I just added a bit of it. So now you can see I have to transfer this into the pot. Can you see? That was a lot of work. So when you want to make your tomato, make sure you use an oversized pot for this. I'd cooked this for about 10 minutes, opened up, and I said turning. You're going to allow this to cook down because you're trying to reduce the water and at the same time make it really soft. The second ingredient you're going to need for your tin tomato is completely optional. It is beetroot. Completely optional. You don't need it. I just add it for color. The only thing I'm actually adding this beetroot here for is because of color. So you can actually do away with it, and if you follow the same process, you'll get the end result. So we are here. The next thing I'm just going to do is peel this beetroot. Please wash, because beetroot comes with a lot of sand. Make sure you wash very well, and you're just going to cut this, dice it, so it's going to cook with the tomato. So have you ever made tin tomato before? Have you ever made yours at home? Yes, I've always thought about making, but I try and make sure that tomato is in season, so it's not so much money put into it. And that's exactly. So I drained out the water from the tomato, and now I'm putting it back into a smaller pot. I'm going to add the chopped beetroot into this strained tomato, and now I'm going to put this on low heat. What am I trying to achieve here? I want the water to just like dry up a bit, so I'm just going to cover this and allow this to cook for another 20 to 25 minutes. Yes, it depends on what you're trying to achieve. I'm sure some of you be like, the process is too long, blah blah blah, but the end result is completely worth it. It is actually a very beautiful experience, and this didn't really take me time. I think the most time that it took me was the time to de-seed and cut. Aside that, it's okay. Yes, so now it's dry. I'm just going to scoop all of this gradually into a very strong blender. I'm using a very strong blender for this, and I'm going to return it back. You can see how the color is looking. Yes, the beetroot has actually given it the color I want. Now you are going to reduce the heat to the barest minimum and allow this to cook for like another 1 hour. Yes, hey, it's not child's play, but I will tell you, it is worth it. And the good thing, there is no preservative, and you did this yourself. It's just self-rewarding. Just look at it. Look. This really looks nice, and we are not even there yet. So I'm going to allow this to cook for another like an hour again on very low heat. At this time, you cannot be far away from Your cooker, you have to be very, very close. So now you can see the color is getting darker, and you can see, if you can look at the bottom of the pot, you know that the water is really getting dry. And now you have two options. You can still leave it cooking, or you can decide to put it off and strain. Yes. So if you're here at this time and you haven't subscribed to my channel, one question for you: what are you waiting for? Please share, like, subscribe. It will make my day. So I'm going with option number 2. I'm going to use a cheesecloth and strain out the remaining liquid. Why am I doing this? Because I don't want it to get burnt. So that's why I say you have two options: either you keep cooking or you strain out. And I'm going with option 2. I'm just going to use a cheesecloth and strain out. Yes, so this is the end process. If you decide not to strain out, it's good and fine. But I really want that exact texture of the original. There's this Derica. For those of you that are in Nigeria, Derica tin sachet tomato. That's exactly what I am going for. So I want to make sure that it's not runny, it's just exactly the way I want it. And so this, I'm going to keep this overnight because I want to make sure it drains out completely. You can look for something heavy and put it on top, or you can even leave it like this. It's definitely going to drain because I'm going to leave this overnight. And now, voila, this is it. The next day, this is exactly what we have. So time for the moment of truth. I hope it was worth it. Yes, I've always been looking forward to teaching you guys how to make tomato paste, and this is it. Just look at it. The color is everything. This really, really looks nice. And just look at this. Wow, wow, wow. Yes. So if you want to be sure of what you're eating, what's in your packed tomato, then you should definitely try this. The good thing, tomato is in season, and I don't know why you're not doing this. You can do this and just keep in the fridge or freezer and just use when you need this, because this looks amazingly beautiful. Not because I made it, but just look at it. It is thick and it tastes exactly like, as in, the good thing, zero preservatives. So I'm just going to get a Ziploc bag and pack all this goodness and stuff. So till next time I come your way, I want you to do something for me. I want you to go to the market, because tomato is in season. Get yourself a full basket of tomato and make yourself the best tomato paste. Till I come your way next time, I want you to eat healthy and I want you to stay healthy. I remain your girl, Strictly Dish, saying, bye.